Dogs and cats living together. That's hysteria. Wow! Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
What's up, weirdos, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host as always, Jay Schatzer, and today I have an odd Indonesian horror flick lined up for us. It is H. Jut Djalil's 1981 just obscure bizarre flick, and that is Mystics of Bali. This one, it's hard to explain, and it's even more difficult to comprehend when you see it. So let's jump right in and try to figure out this weird one for ourselves. Here is Mystics of Bali. Mystics of Bali is a mind-boggling Indonesian fantasy horror frightener, which relishes in the absurd and simmers in its surreal and nonsensical subject matter. Laced with black magic and filled to the brim with fanciful lore and oddball characters, the production astounds in unrelenting weirdness that unsettles as much as it confuses. With outrageous special effects and unimaginable visuals, Mystics of Bali is a cinematic oddity which truly transports you to a world that could only exist within the celluloid frame. The film follows a curious young woman named Catherine Keene, who, while studying occult knowledge and black magic, ends up traveling to Bali in order to uncover the secrets of the dark arts. After coming under the tutelage of an evil witch named the Leek Queen, Kathy becomes intertwined in the maleficent spirit's diabolical schemes for murder and revenge, forcing her to embark on midnight murder sprees as a disembodied head, on the whim of the Dark Witch's orders. Can Kathy's newfound friend and love interest, Mahendra, figure out a way to save her and bring about the demise of the Leek Queen, or will she forever be a puppet to the sinister witch's cruel ways? As outrageous as anything ever brought to the silver screen, Mystics of Bali is a roller coaster ride of weird, unhinged moments and unparalleled quagmire situations, all performed with enough gusto and unintentional humor that one could shake a stick at. Undeniably baffling, the performances in this oddball flick are quite literally fascinating in their almost alien approach to human characters and motivations. The unusual suspects of this equally unusual flick are Alona Agatha Bastian as Catherine Keene, the intrepid young researcher who gets used and abused by the dark arts of Bali. Yos Santo as Mahendra, a dashing young man who falls head over heels for Kathy and her curiously mysterious ways. Sophia W.D. and Debbie Cynthia Dewey as both the old and young versions of the Leek Queen. And finally W.D. Mochtar as Machis, a local holy man who assists Mahendra on his mission to rid the town of evil and save Kathy's soul. As out of control as the subject matter, the actors and actresses of this wacky flick put all of themselves into this low-budget spectacle of a production. Throwing caution to the wind and good taste out the window, the crew does a successful job in rolling with the oddness of the movie, and with fascinatingly silly results. In completely wicked weirdness, Mystics of Bali is a truly perplexing experience. From beginning to end, the film is jam-packed with unforgettably undefinable moments, ones that will have you scratching your head and questioning your sanity as nightmarish oddities cover the screen in every nook and cranny of this wildly inappropriate flick. It's a cinematic experience that is hard to peg down and truly conceptualize, but what you can say without a shadow of a doubt is that the movie is batshit crazy. Insanely off-kilter and hilariously presented, this cult classic freak show excels in its honest approach to the silly material, and its tendency to go off the rails and stay there for its entire runtime. It's freaky, frightening, and fantastically unpredictable, And honestly, that's all you need in an early 80s Indonesian fantasy horror flick. Throw logic out the window and bring on the crazy, because this is one production that belongs in a padded room under lock and key. In the end, Mystics of Bali is a wonderfully demented and sensationally silly horror entry, one with puzzling frights, weird heights, and unbelievable sights. And there you have it, freak shows. What more can be said about Mystics of Bali? Totally batshit crazy, like I said, out of control, puzzling, mind-boggling. Whatever word you want to describe it, the thing is just weird as all hell. But guys, hope you enjoyed that odd one, and I hope you like what I'm doing here. If you do, please like and subscribe. And if you have time, leave a comment below because I'd love to hear from you. But until then, I will see you all at the next movie review. Take care.